Whispers in the Walls is a collection of original ghost stories that range from haunting to humorous, spun from the minds of the writing team at Tennessee Horror News. These ghostly yearnings will transport you to small town America into the depths of the past and neighboring dimensions. In these pages, you will find haunted objects, vengeful spirits, and other worldly horrors. What you won't find is anything you've ever read before. Includes new original stories from Isaac Thorne, Bryce Gibson, Dan Lee, Yeti, Angela McNichols, and Tyler Dean. Available at Lulu.com, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble. Get your copy now.
You're Beyond the Basement with Jim Jam, Johnny, and Yeti, where we talk about all kinds of awesome stuff. New tech, crazy stories, ghosts. What else? What else, guys? Come on.
Aliens and fucking Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all kinds of stuff.
Food.
Cool stuff. Food,
Can't forget
yeah.
food.
Definitely can't forget food. Thank you for listening. We hope you have had a great weekend, holiday weekend, if you celebrate it. If you don't, well, still hope you had a great weekend.
Yeah.
Today's podcast, we will be discussing a possessed toaster from the late 80s.
Woo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going old school on that shit. We got some mind control with lights, which is fucking weird. Super weird. And what else are we talking about? Why am I not? Oh, yeah, the monolith. The monolith was found out in Utah desert. That's really cool. Of course, we got to talk about that. And also some benefits of DMT. Yeah, drugs. We love. Oh, do we love drugs on this podcast?
I do.
Yes, we love drugs.
Drugs.
No, certain type of drugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we love them. Probably the wrong word. We enjoy them.
Hey,
Thoroughly.
Better.
hey, as Marilyn Manson would say,
the drugs like me.
Yeah, that's it. There you
Yeah.
go.
There we go, right there. I'm just being polite.
And we have a question of the week, I guess. Sort of question of the week. We did a question of the week last week, sort of ish. But we got a question from a listener. And I guess we'll just start off with that. I mean, everyone's doing great, I assume. Jim Jam has the question, right, Jim Jam?
Yep.
Producer Jay?
This is coming from Instagram user W Pascal 93 asked, "What is the best show you've ever put out?" Should we answer this for all the episodes, like including the horror basement, or just for Beyond?
Or
Since I
just as a favorite?
We'll just do for Beyond since I asked a question. So, I guess the one that like when I was messaging, the one that stood out to me because I have a shitty memory was the chip episode where we ranked chips.
That was a good one.
That's a fun episode. We also ranked Serial, which was a fun episode. You go listen to that one. The chip episode, though, a little controversial ending, in my opinion, which I love the ending. Like, it's one of my favorite chips. We consider that a chip. I'm not getting into the fucking the corn puff shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was controversial. I think a lot of people would find it controversial. You go ahead. Go ahead with yours.
My favorite that we've done was, I'm pretty sure it was on Beyond the Basement. It was the episode where we talked about Robert Pickton, the pig farm killer. I just love doing stuff like that. I love doing research and writing about things. And I took time to actually sit down and write notes and kind of a half-assed script, and Pickton just fascinates the fuck out of me. So I really love that episode. I was really proud of how it turned out.
After you said that on the group chat, I felt really bad because I was like, that was a great episode, and I know how much work you put into it. I was like, fuck, man.
Oh, there's no
Fucking
reason to feel
asshole over here. But yeah, Yeti did kill it on that, and all the research and everything he did, the script and all that. We
Yeah, see, he
definitely,
pride in it because he wrote it.
yeah.
You don't have to feel pride in it, Jim Jam.
But
Just gotta appreciate it.
I want to
No, I'm
know
just fucking with you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
how
we
much effort he
appreciate it.
put.
Yeah,
for
that was a great episode. I'm trying to think, like the one, like we just talked about. It's hard for me to pick one of the best episodes because more than likely mine favorite are something that we have with like nerd shit, learning about new tech, new government conspiracies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really, really hard because we talked to a lot of great people too with cryptozoology, you know, like Lyle Blackburn and
That was a great episode. That was so
yeah.
fun.
So it's like extremely hard for me and to just pick out, you know, just
While you're thinking of it, real quick, I just want to do a
oh, there's
shout
no
out
like
on
there's
one of the episodes. Me and Yeti did because Johnny refused to come on the podcast for some reason. It
I
was the
guess.
OK Cooks episode.
I mean, I don't know if I refused. I mean,
You wouldn't come on, so
I think
No,
you were. I think
I
you had shit to do.
Yeah.
yeah, no. I'm just giving you hell, Johnny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but
But
they're
yeah.
gonna listen to this, and then they're
That was a really fun episode. You know, that's when Yeti brought up the whole fact that they were uh, making munchy foods and they didn't even mean to do that. That what
Yeah.
the accidental munchy food or something. Or what
Yeah,
we
they're
call them? The munchy
Munchy
wizards.
Munchy Wizards. Yeah, like if you guys ever watched the OK Cooks, you'd swear to God that they were like really stoned, but apparently neither one of them even smoke. So that was a shocker.
Yeah. Those both of them are really good guys though. They're funny.
yeah. Will and Alex are really good people. That if you don't, they're on YouTube. The OK Cooks, they're cool. I won a contest from them.
Yeah, and bought Johnny a shit ton of food.
Yes, that's awesome. Unfortunately, I couldn't be on that episode. I had stuff to do, so Jim Jam scheduled it at a really, really short time frame. Yeah, thanks a lot, Jim Jam.
I'm sure
Well,
when they start, plugging their big episodes they got coming out and stuff, we'll catch them again. We'll be part of their media circuit when they're all famous and
Yeah, definitely.
host diners, drive-ins, and dives and whatnot.
That's funny.
Yeah, hopefully don't forget about us like some people have.
So, yeah, I can't pick an episode. Me personally, there's a lot of them that are memorable. Remember the Psychomantium episode? That was pretty good.
That was fun.
I like learning about that, and it's like I say, like there's parts of every episode that I really, really enjoy, and a lot of it has to do with new shit that I've never known until.
Yeah.
But
I
the Pink
really enjoyed
episode was
the
really good, or Pinkton, yeah, Pinkton, whatever it was.
Picton.
Picton, yeah,
I also really enjoyed the Killer Doctors episode we put together.
yeah, that was a good one.
Mostly because I got to get kind of half-ass hammered and yell about Joseph Mengele, so that's always fun. Like, yeah, I fucking have a history boner for World War II, so
Yeah.
it's fun. It was a good time. We got a lot of good shit
That was
scattered
good.
throughout
Now,
there.
I remember what you're talking about now. Yeah. And speaking of something else that's fun, Satan.
Satan's always fun.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Hey.
not really fun. I tried to train. I tried, guys. Okay.
I thought it was good.
The curious. Went to coast, found some articles, and apparently this woman, and I've seen this now that I think of it, had a possessed toaster from 1980s, and
Yeah.
a voice come out and spoke to her. But the fucking bread, this like if you watch the video, you can see where she scratched out Satan Lives like the bread fucking did it itself, like the toaster did it.
Yeah,
That's
It's hilarious. Like, that's great.
that's the best.
Yeah, and this is 1988, so you know,
Toast is all
Woman.
burnt and shit.
yeah. And she was asked by the people, like, she said that it was possessed by Satan and that a voice come out of it. The voice said, "I am the devil."
Put in one slice.
Yeah, put in one slice, I'm the devil, and then it said Satan lives. But she was asked why she kept the toaster, and she said that it just made good toast. But
That doesn't look like
It-
good toast. That looks burnt.
that looks
Yeah.
fucking horrible, guys.
If that's good toast, that woman is not right.
How, let me ask you this: how do you cover up burnt toast?
peanut butter.
With a trash can.
How much butter do you put on toast that's burnt?
Peanut butter.
Like, in all honesty, like you don't burnt toast before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still ate it.
Put peanut butter on it. It will take the flavor away.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but when you burnt toast, did you put peanut butter on it? No, you put extra butter on it, and it still doesn't work. Trust
You
me, I
put-
know.
Yeah, there's no covering up that.
No, I
burnt-
put so much butter on burnt toast before. You know what I mean? Like where the butter don't melt anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not butter; it's margarine. I'm
Yeah.
not fucking, like I can't afford $5 sticks of butter. You know what I'm saying?
Butter's such a pain in the ass to spread on toast.
Yeah, it is. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I use margarine for
So do
everything,
I.
because that's just what I grew up with. Yeah, didn't have a lot of money, and it just butter wasn't on the radar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Parents
But I
always,
never call it margarine.
no, it's butter.
Butter.
I don't say break out the margarine. Get the butter.
You could always scoop some butter out and put it on like a plate and let it like get to room temperature so it's easy to smear on.
Yeah, I mean that's why they make the butter jars, the little containers where you just put the lid on, and you just leave it out.
Or you can just like peel the paper back on the stick
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what
just like
do.
rub it on there like a glue stick.
That's
like
what I
a
used
That's
to
a
do.
great idea. That's
think
if
still
you're
margarine.
if your wife don't mind having toast crumbs all
Yeah.
over the end of the butter.
But as a single man,
Oh yeah.
it don't matter.
I do it currently when we have butter and nobody says anything because like
No, it's just But that's one of them pick your fights. Your
Yeah.
battle, choose your battles. Like that's something. It's kind of like if someone lets the sink run while they brush their teeth.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not gonna complain about butter.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain about you just wasting water while you brush your teeth or.
I like I am lucky like I've never been like my wife doesn't nitpick or nag or she's great. My lady's fucking
Yes,
awesome.
She knows what she's got, Yeti.
Don't know what got.
One of these days I'm afraid that she's gonna wake up and realize who she's married to and leave me.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
What am I doing with you?
Yeah.
What?
Roll over and look at you like, you want ugly motherfucker.
I could do so much better than this. What am I doing with my goddamn life? But put a baby in her about 9 years ago, so she's kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeti had a plan.
You locked her down, is what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeti was like, she wants a kid. I'm gonna give it to her.
Yep.
She ain't going nowhere.
Gave her that trap a bitch baby is what I did.
Trap a bitch, man. That's my God. Oh man.
I love my wife. She's fucking amazing.
Let's go into some weird stuff. Not really weird. It was reported this week that a helicopter pilot and some crew members found a strange monolith in remote part of Utah. And I thought it was really interesting. Where it was found, it was just like out in the middle of fucking nowhere in the desert in Utah. Hard to get to, apparently. And they were flying over, and I'm not sure if they were geologists or or biologists or whatever they're fucking out there doing. But one of the guys seen it was like, whoa, 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 turn around. We gotta go back. So they're just using, like helicopter fuel that was probably paid for by a school or the government.
To go check out some shiny rocks in the desert.
Yeah.
But
no
also,
one ever picked that up though.
yeah, also fair. Because that's, I mean,
Very unique.
did they ever find out what it was? Like, it was some weird Mormon horse shit, maybe?
Well, it's an art piece.
Oh,
Just what is that called? A
installation.
minimalistic art piece. Because
Okay.
apparently out there in the desert in Utah and other areas, maybe not just Utah, but there's other like minimalistic art pieces that have been done that are just like really remote and like if no one was told, you wouldn't know it's there.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, after looking into this, but apparently it was like it's made out of aluminum is because it's not magnetic. I'm not sure if titanium is magnetic.
I don't think it is.
Could have been titanium. I don't know. But it was 3 pieces. And, that were
It was
riveted.
buried pretty deep, wasn't it?
Well, it had to be buried deep enough to where it wouldn't fall over.
Yeah.
And it stuck out 10 to 12 feet. But, of course, the pilots and stuff made a video. You know what I'm saying? Which was a mistake.
Snitching ass dudes.
Yeah, they should have taken a picture. Not really said where they were, which they didn't say where the location was, but the Bureau of Land Management in Utah said that it was remote and was really worried that people would go out there not prepared and die out in the desert, which is a great possibility if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, I could see me dying in the desert.
Yeah, getting lost because it gets cold as fuck, and hot. I'm not sure how hot it gets in December or November, but they took video of it. Well, the internet found it. They went on Google Maps, scroll through, found the spot because people will do that. Yeah, and they actually tracked it because you can look at different versions of Google Maps the years, and apparently it popped up. I can't exactly, like it was October of 2016. Between October 2015 and October 2016, it popped up.
So it's been there for
4
some years. Yeah.
And no one knows who put it out there because technically it's illegal. It was illegal to have out there because it's on federal land. And to put an art display or just, whatever you want to put in the middle.
You gotta have like permits and a tax stamp and all kinds of shit for that.
Well, this morning it's gone.
What? Where'd it go?
Whoever I guess put it up, come out, took it because the Bureau of Land Management says that they didn't take it. So they come out, cut the rivets because it was, like I said, it was 3 pieces. It was like a triangle. You know what I'm saying? Flat side 2, whatever, and it's gone. So they ruined it. I mean, really, it would, like, if you could imagine in 50 years, if it was found, it would have been more mysterious,
Yeah. Maybe they just moved it, put it somewhere else.
Could have. Oh, yeah.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
I'd have been like fucking helicopters.
Of course, people, said that it was aliens or whatever, but
I mean, might have been.
I don't know.
Or some sort of alien like antenna. Like, hey guys, here we are.
And that's what one of the people that was in the helicopter was like, well, we didn't know if NASA put it out here to bounce satellites off of. And it's just like, that would be the worst fucking thing to bounce satellites off of.
Right?
All right. I mean, I may be wrong, but, I'm not a professional, what's it called? Scientist.
Seems like it would have to be like way up high on something. It's fucking neat looking though.
Yeah. And that's 10 to
It
12.
looks like something out of a. But look at the ground though. It's like it don't even look like it's been bothered.
Nope.
Well,
'Cause
no,
of
it's been there for years.
Yeah, I mean 4 years. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And oh man, I wish I'd have sent the article over, but I didn't. Just real quick, speaking of aliens, it just hit me over in Stonehenge. There was strange lights above it that people seen around Halloween or whatever. I took a
nice.
video. I didn't send it over because it seemed like it might have not have been anything, but it did look like saucer, but it could have been just drones. So yeah, just thought I'd bring that up real quick. Speaking of bringing something up real quick, Whispers in the Walls is available. Tennessee Horror News presents Whispers in the Walls. You can purchase that book on Lulu.com, Amazon.com, and Barnes and Noble. A lot of great artists put some work into it. It's a collection of original short stories, and it'd be awesome if you would go purchase one.
If you want to get it,
Still on sale?
is it still on sale? I think
Yeah.
it might be. There's a promo code on Lulu. Lulu's doing a sale. Black Friday weekend, maybe it may. By the time this comes out, it may be over with. You'd have to check. If you want to get a taste of what's in the story or in the book, you can go to YouTube and look up Creeperoni. On Thanksgiving, she released her narration of my story. It's called "She Was a Work of Art," and like I was proud of the story when I put it in, and then she really brought it to life. It was it's really cool. Like
She has a really pleasant voice.
she does. She has an amazing voice.
Yeah.
She's the best. Go follow her on YouTube. Go subscribe to her channel.
Creeperoni.
Creeperoni. She's the best.
And she's got a lot of other videos.
She does.
Like,
She has a lot of really great narrations, a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, that's the
She uploads really regularly. So now that she's back from her like year-long hiatus, she does a lot of really good stuff. She works a lot with K. Bannon Kellum, who's a great author too. So anyway, yeah, go check it out. Fucking Creeperoni on YouTube, and she did it, and if you go listen to the story there, you can look in the description on that video and find a link to go buy the book. So get your preview in, and then if you like what you hear, click that and go. I mean, the book's full of really good stuff. Speaking of other stuff that we forgot to bring up, at this article here from Outsider.com about, did you guys know that there's a flying car?
No.
Is it a car?
It's a car.
Japan?
No. Slovakia.
Okay.
It's a Klein Vision air car, and yeah, like there's a lot of like air taxis or whatever that are just like basically either very small planes or really fucking big drones, right?
Yeah.
But this is an actual car. It's got a big ugly ass spoiler on it for the tailpiece or whatever, and with the touch of a button, the back of it slides back and becomes the tailpiece, and the wings actually fold out of the body, and you can take off. It's got like a 600-mile range, and it uses 1.6 liter. They call them a Prince engine from BMW. It's a straight four. It's 1.6 liter engine. Comes in about 140 horsepower. So it cruises at about the same altitude as a Cessna, and gets you about 125, 150 miles an hour in the air. And once you land, you hit the button, everything folds back up, and you can pull it into a regular parking spot.
Whoa.
And that's just a prototype. Within this happened early last week, it did its maiden flight, and it did 2 circuits around an airport, takeoff and landing, everything went fine. Within 6 months, they're going to deliver a model with a 300 horsepower engine, which will probably increase the range, the speed, fuel consumption, obviously, but it'll be able to have a lot more power. So yeah, that's something to be really excited about. Because I mean, like, there's small aircraft now, like air taxis and stuff, but they
Yeah.
all there's no actual flying car. But
Yeah.
the Klein Vision Air Car, it's the 5th iteration of it, is an actual real ass flying car.
The ones that I've seen, I think from Japan or somewhere recently, was more stylized like a drone
Yeah,
with turbines enclosed. You know what I'm saying? More like that. I will say this, guys. I wouldn't fucking ride with any of you in a
Why?
flying car. Like, no offense, especially Jim Jam. He'd be on his fucking phone the whole time. It'd be horrendous. If he drives a flying car like he does a regular vehicle,
I
it'd be
drive great. What are you talking about?
well, the thing is, though, there are limitations to the air car. Well, with the prototype anyway, I'm sure it'll change a little with the with the newer version with the bigger engine. But right now, it can carry up to 400 pounds,
oh,
still fly.
so
So there'll be no two of us in that car.
absolutely not. So nope.
I think you might actually have to fly that sumbitch solo, Johnny. I don't.
And I've lost some weight, but I haven't lost enough weight, guys. You
Yeah.
know, not for the two of us to get in it.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust pretty much anyone that I know. You know what I mean? Like, I'd have to see you fly it,
I
You know
have
what
to
I
see
mean?
your pilot's license.
but I'd have to see you fly it successfully a bunch before I got in that motherfucker. Or it'd have to be automated like some of these fucking jets, like where it would land automatically and fly, like you type in the route on a nav system and it just does it itself, because there's absolutely fucking no way.
Yeah, there's no.
It's cool though. It is cool.
But imagine, like, you're gonna fly across country. You're kicking them. It's 600-mile range, so I mean, you'd have to stop for gas.
Oh, that'd be
But
awesome.
But it runs on it. Well, it's either diesel or gasoline. One, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a BMW engine. So
Diesel. More likely diesel because it's
Yeah.
European.
yeah, that's what I was
Or-
thinking.
over
So
that
you
area.
fly for 500 miles or so because you don't ever want to run it completely out of gas. You don't want to be that asshole.
Oh.
Yeah, you fly for 500 miles or so, and you find you a back road to land on.
Yeah, that's
You
that's
know,
what I'm wondering here is if you could land on, like, say, the interstate somewhere like in the United States.
I mean,
You
you need a clear area, but I mean, you don't need a whole runway.
No, just
Yeah.
wide enough to where there's no fence posts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wide enough and clear enough that you got a little bit of time to slow down or whatever, and you stop and get out, because I think you got to get out and fold everything down. So I mean,
Pretty
minor inconvenience in comparison to, like, fucking driving on a
Yeah.
highway.
Skipping fucking curves and everything. Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. I'm glad you brought that up. That's awesome.
Yeah, you mentioned new tech, and I was like, oh shit, I remember that. I remember seeing that the other day. So yeah.
I'm definitely glad you remember. Speaking of new tech, I got some old tech for you. Some psychedelic tech.
Real.
Cool. Yeah. So now, Yeti, you'll have to pronounce it.
It's called ayahuasca.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I was looking at. Ayahuasca. Well, apparently science is finally catching up with the potential powers of this psychedelic drink, guys. It's DMT. If you know what DMT is,
Yeah.
It gives you a psychedelic high. You know, euphoria, all that stuff. I've
Yeah.
never had DMT. I've never taken DMT. But
See-
don't DMT make you sick? Like, or
Yeah.
potentially make you throw up?
Especially like in the ayahuasca form, it will make you vomit. You will
Yeah.
fucking toss your cookies. There is no question. The difference though is like if you get like DMT in its like crystalline form, like if you're stateside and doing DMT, you're probably smoking it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't
Because
know
it comes in crystal and it's a very short-lived high. You go from baseline to the peak of the trip and down and back to baseline like nothing ever happened in the course of like tops out at like 30 45 minutes.
that. That's
But you
it.
have this intense transcendental fucking psychedelic experience where you like visit the spirit world and fucking you can see the sacred geometry of the world, and it really helps your brain. Like psychedelics
Yeah.
have a way of assisting with a lot of I mean people have known it for generations that these psychedelic substances will help with your with like depression and anxiety, and they like really help to boost your empathy toward others, and they help to heal the brain like so in DMTs like that. It's used like spiritually a lot, and ayahuasca is what they it's a tea that they brew out in the jungle out of the bark of the roots of these trees, and it lasts for like 8 hours.
Hmm.
It's like this intense, like fucking introspective, like dreamlike, and it just takes you into yourself. It's like instant ego death taking ayahuasca, but it's supposed to be really good for you. Like,
Here's what they found: mice that were given ayahuasca grew new neurons that helped them excel in memory tasks. And neurogenesis, the production of new neurons, is very limited in adults.
yeah,
So the research it says that could have ramifications for diseases like Alzheimer's and depression. And like it says, like adults don't have this, where you can create new neurons, and it stimulates the growth of new brain cells. And like in the article, it says people that have taken it have recognized the benefits. But I think, oh, actually, I know in this article, it says that these mice were given this shit on a regular basis. So these mice were fucked up.
best fucking luckiest lab mice ever.
I don't know, dude. Like to be living that on a fucking regular basis might be
I'm-
rough.
I'm sure they probably like
It's probably like really tamed down though.
microdosed them probably.
Yeah, yeah.
I
true.
mean, that's like mushrooms. Shout out to Oregon. They're starting to use mushrooms as a like therapeutically, and when you use them for therapy, you microdose them. Maybe like a gram or less a day, and you get the benefit, some of the benefits of the psilocybin without full on fucking tripping.
Yeah, I'm still a little like you bring up mushrooms. I'm still a little wary of using them anymore after my early days. And
After the incident.
yeah,
Hey, is that the one that you couldn't? That was it. That karate you can't talk about. Is that what led to that? Trailer Park Foo.
it's where I take one stem or one cap and then I fucking black out and fall down.
Oh, bad.
Yeah, after having a trip that I've never had before, where I seen shit fucking change in front of my eyes in the middle of the day. And the next time I try to take it, because I took it one night and then I took them the next day because dude come over was like, I don't have no one to trip with. Would you like to do it with me for free? And at the time, I was off work, I was like 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I would like to do mushrooms at 9:30 in the morning
Oh yeah.
after I tripped all night. Please, sir. You know what I mean?
I have
And,
no regard for my safety.
Yeah, I have no regards for my safety. Yeah, and then we tripped all day, and in the middle of town, we was at this fucking house, and it had cows in the middle of town, Jim Jam, around this house. Yeah, and it felt like I was out in the middle of Oklahoma. Shout out to Yeti, because there was cows walking around, and I was tripping balls, and I seen a fucking mag rim on his truck just fucking rust away, and the tire fucking start dry rotting. Because that's how, because 2 days in a row,
Yeah.
the extra effect or whatever, I guess. And then after that, I ate a stem like long ass time later, months, blacked out.
I haven't done mushrooms in a long time.
I haven't done them for decades. So
All I've ever done is smoke weed, so I'm just sitting there listening to y'all stories like, I'm glad I don't do that shit. I don't know if mine can handle some of that stuff.
I think you benefit from it.
yeah, I think
Think it
Well-
would calm me down?
no.
No.
I mean,
Y'all want me to trip and messaging y'all like, what about this idea?
there would be no ideas.
Oh, there's no ideas.
Well, I mean,
There's ideas, but
there's plenty of ideas, and some of them are really fucking good. But if you don't write them down, they're gone.
That's why I'll message you. I'm like, what about this idea?
Man,
LSD, I think everyone should experience. It's
yeah,
it's something that if you're mentally
yeah.
if you have what's the word schizophrenia or
For you.
delusional, you know what I'm saying, like probably not,
Or, yeah, if you have like schizophrenia or schizotypal disorder, or take SSRIs, it's probably a bad idea. There's a bad interaction there. But outside
Think it
of
would
that,
just intensify that?
Do what?
You think it would just intensify that?
no, it's
You-
like dangerous. But
Yeah.
like with schizophrenia, it intensifies the schizophrenia and can have long lasting effects. It's not
I
good.
want that.
Yeah, I mean, you really need a stronger mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, granted, I did it as a kid, not thinking, or teenager. But you really need, because some things like you look at and you just have to tell yourself, look, dude, you're tripping. It's not real.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's just how it goes, But I mean, even like Joe Rogan said, he trips. He eats
But he
psilocybin.
microdoses, don't he?
I don't know if he microdoses, but he eats shrooms and LSD, and I mean, he's come out on his podcast and said it,
Yeah.
and it's something good for your mind if you're mentally able to do it.
Yeah. And if you're mentally able to do it and you're not taking certain medications, and if you approach it properly,
And don't abuse it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're tripping like fucking 2 or 3 times a month, it's
Yeah.
probably not the best thing to do, But I'm
I
pro
just don't want to
LSD.
dedicate a whole day to doing that.
I mean,
You
it's worth
dedicate
it.
a whole day to doing anything.
I guess I want to be functional.
You are.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are functional. Yeah. Like, but I mean, you dedicate a whole day of going to a theme park.
My fat ass don't go to theme parks.
Okay, but this would be like a theme park, and it'd be
Or like
fucking-
go into the lake or something, you take a whole
Yeah.
day for that, and you plan ahead for it.
Can you interact with people while?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. At a very like high level, as long as you're not on the peak. That's not.
Yeah. Yeah. About an hour to 2 hours into it, maybe not.
Yeah. Once you hit the peak, you need about 45 minutes to an hour to like not have to make sense.
And here's my thing. It's one of the, to me, it's one of the best feelings because it's straight euphoria. It's straight release. It's
Yeah.
see the world in an extreme way that you start to understand if your brain was completely unlocked, if you could unlock and tap parts of your brain, you would be able to see that way. Like if you could just be like, hey, I want to see this way. I want to
Yeah.
look at and it's amazing. It's like
It is.
it's truly, in my opinion, amazing. It can be easily abused.
It could be.
You have to and I'm an addict, you know what I'm saying? Like but it's something that I would never abuse because it fuck that.
Yeah.
So,
It's
kids, the moral of the story is don't do drugs.
it's a
No, drugs responsibly.
yeah. Use drugs
Drugs
responsibly.
is
I don't know. I think it's a really spiritual thing most of the time. Sometimes I just do it for fun, but
I do it for
sometimes
fun. I mean, in all honesty, I do it for fun, but you know,
sometimes I do it. I approach it like spiritually, and I use it to assist in doing magic, and I really it helps me to feel more connected to the world.
yeah.
Because I've spent so long, like I'm still extremely cynical. Nothing's ever gonna change that, I don't think. But like I've spent so long like misanthropic and just fucking hating the entire world, and that really helps me to like feel more connected to the collective unconscious of mankind and the world, and like more recently, like more connected to, even though I'm not from here, I feel like a resonance with this region, like the Appalachian region. You know,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, you should. My thing, like even like with tripping shrooms, I will never forget. I mean, we was out and about, like right. It's probably I wasn't driving. I never drove doing anything, but I was fucking just lit. And we went into the local. At the time, it was Gold Gallon. There's a gas station where they sold milk, so it's called the Golden Gallon. Um, a convenience store had some places, but now it's the Kangaroo. And I just
Mm.
when I walked in, I was just like, man, can you imagine how many people you can meet if you just said hi? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like if you just said, hey, hi, how are you? You know, my name's so and so. Granted, I wouldn't do that, but
Hey,
it's like,
speaking of work or a gas station meeting people, working in a gas station, you'll meet all kinds of motherfuckers.
oh yeah, fuck that.
yeah,
I worked at a gas station one time, and dude, boy, I got some stories I could tell.
You
I'll
called
tell
me to
one real
like,
quick.
talk to people though.
I wasn't very. I would be like now. I'd be like fucking, just going nuts.
You like now be like, hey, how's your all going? Dude, you're like, leave me the fuck alone. Don't talk to me.
So dude walks in.
No,
He
that's not.
he
Yeah, man,
sets
gas
down a
station.
jar. He sets down a jar of Vaseline and a box of condoms.
Him and his girl, his boyfriend getting down. I mean, it is what it is, right?
And then it was right around the time that they started IDing for all the cold medicine because of the meth problem. Dude
Oh
come there and
man.
bought all the cold medicine. Everyone.
And
You
you should
tell
have
him.
sold it to him without IDing him.
I did.
As a nice guy. You're a good
Yeah.
guy.
I said, man, because there's another guy I work with me named Jimmy too. I said, hey Jimmy, aren't we supposed to ID for this stuff now? And he said, yeah. He said, come on, man, I won't never
Yep.
come back again. And I said, fuck it. I said, all right, man, hell, just don't ever come back here again. And I never saw that guy back in there, but I wouldn't never do it again after that though.
That's
'Cause they
fucking
could
great.
send you to jail for that shit, can't they?
Well, I mean, at the very beginning, they would
Yeah.
never know because they didn't
Yeah.
have a track process of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, if
Yeah.
you didn't have to write it down, it fucking didn't matter. Anyways, let's
good
get
old
off.
days. I mean, what?
I don't know anything about
that was
that
like
stuff.
a
Yeah, to me, psychedelics are fine. You know what I'm saying?
well.
But
What I was going to say is
no,
we could move the podcast to Oregon.
And boy, in my personal opinion, and I'm just gonna, I don't care if people fucking like it or not. Everywhere should be like Oregon. You shouldn't go to jail for possessing a drug.
You shouldn't.
And
It's
more
fucking
now,
stupid.
like
Like
there's
an addict or someone that just wants to do a drug should not go to jail. If you're not committing a violent crime, you should not be going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Or a crime
Yeah.
that could injure someone. You shouldn't go to jail. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. Like jail to me is for people that are out there to harm someone.
harm. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're not harming anyone mentally or physically, you shouldn't go to jail. But that's my opinion. Take it.
Yeah, you should be free to do whatever you want. That
As long
like
as you're not
yeah, as long as you're not hurting nobody.
Yeah, you're not forcing anyone to do anything that they don't want to do. You're not harming anyone. You're not committing any violence against, like, you shouldn't.
If
But
you're sitting at home tripping balls, not hurting nobody, what's the fucking harm in it?
no. Now, if you trip balls and you go rob someone or fuck someone up, yeah, you should go to jail because you fucked someone up and you hurt someone. It's not, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, mind control through light, guys. This right here, the emerging world of optogenetics. I seen this and it's like, dude, this is straight up beyond the basement talk. This is where it creates new neurons, or they take over neurons with light. Like they put something in your brain, and well, did you read this, Yeti?
Yeah, I got most of the way through it, and like I kind of got the idea of it.
Well, they take a light and hit a neuron, and they can put you to sleep.
Dude, can I get
could
that light?
They could stop pain. Like, say you get your arm cut off.
You
And
shut
that's
off
in
your pain
extreme
receptors.
version, you know what I mean? But yeah, they could shut off the pain receptors. But the positive is just like DMT, it could help Alzheimer's because it could create I'm not sure, like it can create memories. Like they're looking at it to push memories. But the negative is they could put memories in your mind possibly and control
Total
your
Recall?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
Full on fucking Total Recall you.
Yeah,
You know
and they
what
could,
would be great with this is like if someone's also is insomniac or whatever, and you could just hit that button on that light on that sleep part and just like be out. That would be phenomenal.
technology isn't there right now because they had to put something in your brain and then they had to connect a fucking strand that would have light, like, you know what I mean? And then they
Yeah.
had to get it, but they're talking about wireless ways to do it.
Ooh, that's kind of scary.
And as always in a beyond the basement form, we all know that the government's going to use this through the military and militarize it, and super soldiers won't feel pain.
Yeah.
So that they can keep going and killing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're talking about like controlling organs. So if the liver and the kidneys don't shut down because the brain tells them not to, even though that they're extremely damaged or some shit, maybe. Like, it don't say that in the article, but I'm thinking that right now. You just keep going and killing, or you keep going and fighting. You know what I mean? It's insane, in a way.
Yeah, it definitely can be used for bad.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, they already got rats that they're training to putting human brain cells in that can do tasks that will carry a super virus. And now they're trying to control them with light. I mean, come on, guys. I don't know.
Yeah. It's fucking
No good.
man, we are really like science is really fucking picking up, and what what I'm liking is the fact that we're seeing so many, like, yeah, I mean, like with anything else, it could go dark really fast.
Yeah.
Like, it could be weaponized in so many fucking ways that like we couldn't even conceive of as laymen, but I think it's really cool that like there's so many different avenues right now that they're looking at to fight Alzheimer's. 'Cause Alzheimer's is fucking scary.
And Parkinson's on this.
Yeah. Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, things like that, things like MS.
Yeah.
These neurological conditions that like strike Like I've got a buddy who's like fucking in his late 30s who has MS, and it's like fucking, it's terrifying, man. Another good friend of mine's wife, but she's she's on good treatment stuff, and they're whatever. Anyway, it's fucking scary, man. These neurological diseases are terrifying, and the fact that science is finally getting to a place where there's hope for treatment or a cure in the future for stuff like Alzheimer's is really inspiring. You know,
Is that the same one that Michael J. Fox has?
yeah, Parkinson's.
This right here though can has in mice.
Are you shitting?
No, so I mean,
That's
see,
fucking awesome.
but like they said, no one's gonna want wires sticking out of their head.
I'm sure someone that's blind wouldn't mind that.
And
Yeah.
then also though, they have to change genetic because they have to make the neurons and stuff accept light changing, altering wavelengths.
I think if I was blind, I would do all that.
And yeah, you had to get down toward the bottom end of the article. Damn it! Of course, I can't fucking find it.
Would you, Johnny?
Do what?
Would you?
What I went?
If you was blind, would you let them do that to you?
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna go blind if it fails.
Right?
Yeah, the neurons need to be redesigned to be sensitive to light using genetic engineering. The process in which scientists change the information in the genetic code of a living thing. With respect to optogenic, scientists take the genetic code of the neurons they want to look at and add a new piece of code to it. And it creates a special protein called opsins. OPSINS. And when the blue light shined on it, those certain neurons accept it. You know what I'm saying? Because blue light don't necessarily fire on neurons or whatever. I think is what it's getting at. Yeah, it does not normally affect neurons, but when they put these opsins into them, it affects them, and they can program them to do certain things. The problem is the ethical situation of genetic engineering. That's the issue.
That's what I was over here thinking was like there's gonna be an outcry over the genetic engineering because people are like, you shouldn't play God. But I mean, whatever, dude.
Well, the problem with it is though, there's always someone that will take advantage. And a lot of times it's governments.
Yeah. But
if they can you weigh if you're helping people, but then you take advantage of normal, regular people that are, and more likely that are going to take advantage of the poor.
I mean, they do that shit on a daily basis anyway.
Yeah.
So if you can balance that out by fucking a cure for Alzheimer's, or to help people who are blind see again, or to fucking find a cure for Parkinson's. Yeah, you're fucking. They're subjugating and exploiting the poor anyway. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess, but is that worth taking advantage of to program people to do things that they don't want to do?
Well, they've been doing that for fucking decades anyway.
Sure. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, MK Ultra and MK Often were both proven to be true. These are mind control programs by the government, except for them, they were just dosing people with acid by surprise. Again, luckiest fucking lab rats ever. But I mean, yeah, man.
It's a fine line. As they say.
Is, man. It is.
Thin ice, you're skating on thin ice or whatever.
But from
the benefits would outweigh the negativity or the danger.
I believe the benefits would far outweigh them, especially if you're looking at like if it's something that could help somebody. Like I don't know anybody with Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm going blind in one eye, and I think if you have a more personal connection to the disease or disorder or whatever, then you'd feel more inclined. You know?
Yeah. Well, emotions, and that's where they play off of your emotions. That's where they would push it is, but your family member wouldn't have to suffer. But yet they're taking old Joe Blow over there and making him into a fucking killing machine that could possibly do mass shootings.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, he's like, I want to fucking see.
Yeah. Like if it was someone was like, hey, well, I don't have any grandparents left, but hey, your father-in-law or
Oh,
whatever has
man.
got,
Yeah.
he's got the signs of early onset Alzheimer's. Would you, this treatment, yada yada yada. But at the same time, fucking like you said, Joe Blow is a killing machine. They could just fucking call him on the phone like a Manchurian candidate and switch him on at any moment. Yeah, fuck it, whatever. Especially if he's way over there and the positive effects are right here at home.
Yeah. And I think that's how they take advantage of a lot of things, just like 5G.
Oh, like how they used it to spread COVID?
Yeah, and but like, oh god, I love this conspiracy of 5G is a mind control, and that's
Yeah.
how they use 4G and 5G, these towers to control people, and they're sending signals through your phone, and if you're weak-minded, it makes you kill people. But now
You need 5G for that.
yeah.
I think if you're weak-minded, your phone is a fucking mind control device in and of itself. And you're being programmed by social media. You're being Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
That's already fucking established.
You're being controlled. It's social engineering. The media is controlling your fucking brain.
But here's the thing. I just listened to Coast to Coast Sports. You know how I am. I love Coast to Coast AM. This is where we got a lot of the articles today because I love this stuff. You know what I mean? They have the things that I enjoy. But the guy was talking about 5G and how it uses like 60 gigahertz for the technology. Like your microwave uses or the other ones use a lower. This right here can it cooks your insides. Like it heats up your insides, therefore it makes you more what's the word to fuck
more prone
to COVID per se, like because he was asked straight up like, are you saying that this 5G is causing the spread of COVID? He said no. What I'm saying is that it could weaken your immune system enough to where people are more likely to get it. But I don't know everything, is what he said. Something to that extent of, I'm not an expert on this. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
Yeah, that's like cleverly planned for this is horse shit, but I'm saying it any fucking way because I'm on Coast to Coast.
I fucking love it. 5G is mind control, but he did put a good fucking point. Why do we need 5G on Antarctica? Why do we need 5G all around the world when we only need it in certain areas where populations are?
Well, I mean, you got to have phone reception.
And like you said, if you want great internet, you could just do the DSL. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for 5G because technically the microwaves that they're pushing through, like we get hit with every second of our lives, radio waves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It technically is damaging you.
Yeah, I'm sure it is in some way or another. But
increasing the rate of it. You know what I mean? So it breaks down your cells over time. You know what I mean? Like eventually it has to stop. But it makes sense.
Sure.
Just like Flat Earth does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you believe the Earth is real.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just fucking with
I
you.
mean, you got to make that leap first.
I had to throw out the flat earth just to fuck with Yeti.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, I love it. I fucking love it. Please, everyone, go dive into the flat earth theory and just look at their points and please message the movie Raccoon all your facts, please. Please do that for me.
Oh my god.
How do we not fall off the earth if it's not flat?
What I can tell you why we don't fall off. Because there's an ice ring that's considered Antarctica, an ice wall. That's Antarctica. You know what I'm saying? So that way, wherever you go south, supposedly south, that's you end up on Antarctica, right?
Oh yeah, because you're getting near the ice wall.
Yeah, and the ice wall stops the water from showing off and everything.
Did y'all know that since we're talking about, little known scientific facts, did y'all know that birds aren't real?
Yes, dude.
Birds are a government surveillance drone. Back in, I think it was under Nixon, they actually killed off all the birds and
Yeah.
replaced all of them with government surveillance drones. Like, that's why you see them perched on electric wires and stuff, is because they're recharging. They have like wireless charging capabilities in their feet. And like when you eat Thanksgiving dinner, it's like the turkey that you eat is like a fake meat that's been engineered to look like a bird. Yeah, it's fucking birds aren't real.
And I'll tell you this: me and my brother, we go walk on the weekends, and we've walked every day since I've been off work. 2 to 3 miles a day, whatever. I'm not bragging that I can walk 2 miles, but I am because I'm fat. But these buzzards, man, across on this water tower, across from my place, over by this business, dude, they fill that son of a bitch up. There's a lot of buzzards over there, bro.
Oh, shit.
And they're fucking big ass birds, and they're just hanging out over there every morning when the sun.
Man.
But I'm just like, damn, that's a lot of birds, and good sized birds over there on this water tower. When the sun comes up and hits that horizon and hits that water tower, they're over there, and now you made me realize they're recharging. They're fucking got solar power, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, solar fucking
it's them new models.
new
Hey,
models.
one day we're not going to hear from Johnny, and that's because he got attacked by all those birds.
Yeah,
Because he knows too much.
and I'm not gonna say, but I seen one of these birds the other day. That somebody's over across the motherfucker looked huge. I'm not saying that I was anything, but that motherfucker looked huge.
What was that documentary Seth Breedlove made about the birds?
Terror.
Oh, Thunderbird.
Terror from the Sky?
Yeah. That's on the Momo.
Yeah, I saw that on Tubi.
Yeah, that's on
Sweet.
Tubi. He's got a lot of Seth Breedlove, another crypto guy that we talked to. Awesome.
I fucking love Seth Breedlove is so awesome. I love his documentaries. Small Town Monsters is amazing.
Amazing, and quite a few of his stuff's on Pluto, right? Pluto, Tubi. Yeah.
So check
But
that out.
let us know what you think about this episode. What do you think about all the new tech and all the new weird shit that's coming out? If you have anything new, like of any kind of new shit, like paranormal, tech, scientific
Mushrooms.
stuff. Do what?
Mushrooms.
Like, is there a new mushroom? Like, I don't know if they make new ones. Let us know. Like, hit us up.
Yeah.
If you got anything interesting you would like to hear us talk about, we'll talk about it.
Please do.
Conspiracy
Speaking-
theories, especially.
I was wanting to say this when Yeti was talking about, but speaking of social media controlling us, why don't you go follow us on Instagram?
Yeah. And follow Tennessee Horror News. Is that what it is on Instagram? TN Horror News?
THN News.
THN News. we're going to start talking about more stuff. We're going to have more stuff on TN Horror News, THN News on the side. We're expanding.
Yes.
You know,
Like if you haven't noticed, if you're following us on Instagram, I've been posting sports stuff, tech stuff. Haven't
Yeah,
posted up
getting
music
more
yet.
new stuff, like instead of just horror. I mean, this has affected everyone. This bullshit that's happening.
So hey, so go to thnnews.com and check out our all the articles and stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. And like we said, share us with your friends, pass us around, and all that good stuff.
Passes around like a STD, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Thought virus.
If you're a hot woman and want to give me an STD, I'm fine with that too. Actually, you don't need to be hot. Like, I'm a liar. What am I fucking talking about? I don't want an STD. That's a joke. That's a fucking joke. Sorry, I don't want an STD.
Hey, you can get rid of them nowadays. You can even get rid of AIDS now, so you're good.
Boy, I've never had one. I don't want one. You know what I'm saying? But
We're on a streak.
if you clean, I'm fine with that. Hit me up.
Yeah.
Hey, DM Johnny if you want to holler at him.
Women only. Just throwing that out there too. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Hit up the website and take care.
Take care, y'all.
Y'all take care now.